So, right now, ito na. Let's come to, very significant part na. Yun nga, let's talk about property investment.
Yun, property.
So,
Malawak yan.
ito lang, bago tayong pag-usapan natin property investment. To cut the long story short, marami ka na bang mga nabentahan na talagang sobrang happy, sobrang saya? Tell us one story lang talaga.
One story on property. Maybe, ito, hindi ko nabentahan to, but it's really very significant. Two stories. Guys, I will share with you two stories na main lesson. No? Number one, lumaki tayo sa La Loma, 97. Hindi sa farm, pero sa nagbebenta ng baboy, sa La Loma. Ang lola ko noon nakaipon ng 350,000.
Okay.
Bumili siya ng house and lot sa may La Loma, bahay lupa, for 350,000. 1976. Fast forward, doon kami tumira, doon kami na-create ng maraming memories until nagkaroon kami ng financial difficulty, nagkaroon ng utang, naundoy yung bahay, ganun-ganon. So, really ups and downs. But what I realized nung huli is nabenta pa naman yung bahay.
How much?
35 million pesos. Totoong pera yon. That's a meaningful amount of money.
Kailan nyo nabenta yun? 20...
Siguro in that span from 1976 to around 2010-ish. So maybe,
yeah, that's 40 years.
yeah, 40 years.
But still, that's where can you find na yung 350,000 mo magiging 35 million in 40 years?
But brother, because I lived through that experience, hindi lang siya number to me.
Reality.
Reality, meaning tumira kami dun eh. Ginamit namin, in-enjoy namin, dami kaming memories dun. And yet, yung pera na sa bangko na ubos. Pero yung ginamit namin, kumbaga, for a lack of a better word, inabuso namin na gamit, yan pa yung nagbigay ng 35.
Eh, alam mo, weird to. Weird tong... weird yung number ng 350.
Oh,
Alam bakit?
bakit?
Nakabili rin kami ng 350,000 yung parents ko during that time. That was their first purchase of property. 350,000 sa may Sampaloc.
Wow.
The first townhouse there sa may Governor Forbes. 350,000. 2 units ang binili nila. Nung nabenta nila yata na 3.5 each.
Oh.
3 natirahan din, napaupahan
Yeah.
din, nag-times 10.
I wanna simmer on that, no, na yung 350 to 35 is not just a number. Kasi yung time na financially hirap kayo, so wala na kayong makuhanan, biglang ma-realize mo, ito pala, ang 35 million guys, pag nabenta nyo yan, sobra-sobra.
Oo.
Makakabayad ng utang, bayad ng hospital bills, bayad lahat. Talagang in one snap.
Nangyari ba yun? Kasi yung,
Oh, yeah.
you need to pay hospital bills.
Oh
pa siya.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
So talagang in a snap of a finger, pak, you're out of your debt, out of your worries financially.
Wow.
So that's the power. Kaya nga like yung sinasabi sa mga nakakausap ko is one property lang. Kahit yung primary home mo lang ibilin mo. That's it. Okay ka na. Because that primary home over the years will really grow in value. Pangalawang story, brother. So people ask me, Carl, yan naman yung mga kwento ng mga may kaya. Paano naman yung walang kaya?
Tama.
Ito, meron akong kwento. Si Tatay Jose. I met him 70 plus years old na si Tatay Jose. Small property in Pasig. Malapit sa Tiendesitas, Bridgetown, that area. Meron siya isang dilapidated house. Lumang-luma na. Wala na siyang hanap buhay, wala siyang income. Ang pinaka-source of income na lang niya is yung may dalawang kwarto doon na may umuupa for 3,000 naman. Talagang lumang-luma na. 6,000. So he's living on that income. Kinausap niya ako. Sabi niya, Carl, wala na kaming pera, ganyan-ganyan. Sabi ko, Tatay, naalala ko yung lola ko itong property mo is worth something. So, why don't you sell it? So, eventually, nabenta na yung property for around 3-something million.
Wow.
3-something million. Not a big amount in today's world, but for a guy na walang pera,
Oo.
that's a big amount.
Oo.
So, nabenta naman yung property, tinuruan ko si Tatay Jose, 3.5 million. And tandang-tanda ko pa, hinawakan niya yung kamay ko, sabi niya, Carl, salamat. Hindi ko na akalain na for the past 10-20 years, naghihirap ako. Kung kailan pa ako naging 70 plus, doon pa ako naging milyonaryo. And these are what I see in my life na story. Sabi ko, Tatay, magkano mo nabili ito? Sabi niya, a few thousand pesos, 10, 20,000 pesos. Ang Pasig kasi dati parang outskirts naman, walang may gusto. So people say, Carl, is it about the return? Ilan percentage return yan? Ilan ang CAGR niyan, ROI? Sabi ko, irrelevant lahat yan.
Tama.
Because what I want to show is, yung taong walang pera, masisave kayo ng property na bahay nyo. All because binili niyo yan nung unang panahon. Kaya I tell my friends na as much as possible talaga, you buy your house. Kahit maliit, may lupa, you buy your house. Si Melvin.
So right now, Carl, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there right now who's watching us. Parang, okay, we're talking about ridiculous numbers, how property has changed the lives of people. Parang nagtatanong, where do we start? How do we start? Sige, give us your expert, yung basic lang. Kasi marami tayong mga OFW at saka mga, wala pa.
I think because of my experience na yung buong mundo ko is real estate, ano ma-advise ko sa mga nakita ko na ginawa nila? Lupa, hanggat kaya. Lupa talaga. Sabi nga nila, buy land and wait. Diba? Lupa plus the time. Huwag tayo
How
magmamahal.
long? How long?
How long, brother? I always get that question. Carl, should I sell? The only time you will sell a property is kung may paggagamitan ka ng pera.
Kung wala, dyan lang.
Kung wala, hayaan mo lang yan. In 10 years time, tataas pa yan lalo. Huwag ka magmamadali. Tayo kasi minsan we're so eager to hold money. Ang problema kasi, brother, pag nakuha natin yung milyones natin, pesos natin,
Baka
minsan,
magastos.
sigurado magagastos yan, di ba? Ang pera, madaling magastos. In fact, sabi nga ng boss ko dati, si Mr. Rex Mendoza.
Ay, si Rex.
The problem of property, ang pinaka-problema ng property is mahirap siya ibenta. Hindi siya liquid, hard to liquidate. But yung pinaka-downside ng property is actually one of his upsides. Kasi matagal mo siyang mabenta, minsan hindi mo siya maisip, binenta mo na lahat, yung pala, yung property mo over 40 years na itago mo. So that's really how you make, really, sabi nga nila meaningful wealth through property. And ang dami kong story na ganun. Green Hills, 1 million na bili, 300 na ngayon. Pag kayo ba, bilhin ako ng 300 million ngayon, mauubos na ba yun?
Grabe.
Kaya talagang, siguro, ma-advise ko sa mga nanonood, really increase your income. Diba? Yung sinasabi nga nila, Carlo Ople, na, after, pag uwi mo sa gabi, hanap ka yung side hustle, weekend side hustle. Kung kaya nyo, ma-take away muna yung gastos now, pulubi later.
Yeah, yung ano,
iPhone now, pulubi later.
gimmick now, pulubi later.
Gimmick now, pulubi later. Then, makaipon kayo ng substantial. Ngayon naman, marami naman mga installment eh. So, minsan, ako, huwag kayong matakot sa installment. Mamaya pupuntahan natin. So, huwag kayong matakot sa installment, huwag kayong matakot sa interest. Kasi if played right, that can really help you. In fact, sabi nga nila, lahat naman na mayayaman, may utang, nag-leverage.
Okay, let's talk about, sige, let's pick it up from there. How would I know, kunyari ngayon, afford ko